So today on Project Shop, we're going to continue with our copper cook-off. Yesterday, I had cooked this stuff earlier in the day, and then last night, literally the copper and the steel just fell apart. It was actually pretty easy. Like I said in that video, that's not something I'm normally going to be doing until I get the incinerator up. But there is a couple pieces that I want to kind of liberate today. And I decided that I'm probably going to heat this up because I don't know where my spreader jaw is, and it looks a little troublesome. So we're going to make it easier on ourselves and just hit it with the barbecue. And then I didn't find it. I kind of knew where it was in the general location, but that transformer down there underneath my pump. Let's take a look at that thing. Pretty sure this thing weighs a lot. There might be a weight on it. Oh, look. It's all that sand. A lot of time there's a weight on these things, but this got all messed up. Let's go throw this on the scale just so we get an idea of like something this big, what you can expect to get out of it. I'm hoping we expect to get a nice little nugget out of it. Let me grab my hand cart. We'll go put this on a scale, then we're going to go bring it over to the barbecue pit. Okay, we got it on the scale. That thing weighs 131 pounds. That is a solid chunk right there. And now, in the past, I've tried like cutting the metal off, which isn't too bad. It's a pain in the butt, but you can get it off. It's just glued. The glue holds it. And then I tried chipping. I used chipping hammers, cut off, you know, it just, that glue is tough. So if we can cook that out, it's going to make this a lot easier. Now I'm going to bring this over there. I'm going to show you the state of the shopping carts. I was actually surprised that they did what they did. Okay, this is the state of our shopping carts. They absolutely melted down. I had this fire cooking. It's just funny seeing all that. This thing just kind of bowed and bent. That metal did not hold up to the heat. So what I'm going to do is find something to prop this up with. There's a couple big logs over here. Maybe I'll shove under them. I got to find some more wood. I burned most of my pallets yesterday. Over here, I got some wood from over here yesterday, but it burned kind of quick. I got to find, wow, look at the size of that feather. That's cool. That's a big feather. I can come back in here and gather up more wood. I'm probably going to have to jump on the other side here. Oh, we got legs over here. I named them legs. Our big old spider. Look at that guy. Just vicious looking. I don't think he's really dangerous or poisonous, but he's got a lot of nice wood up underneath of him. So I'm gonna have to get over here and get some of this wood. I thought somewhere else on the property I found some cut wood when I was exploring. I can't remember where. I should have probably made a note of it. But I think I can get enough of this wood, and I think I have like 2 pallets I can burn. And I'll get my saws all over here and try to liberate some of this stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna get all that set up and then bring over. I'm actually gonna look for some more if I have any more than transformers. Oh, it's like some animals were digging into the trash. Huh. Gotta get over here and clean all this stuff up. So I'll bring the truck over here so I can load the bed up, and then we'll get ourselves a little bonfire going. All right, a little bit of milling around over there, and I got me a nice look at Houndtown over there. That dog is so funny. I got me a nice little pile of wood. I think it's enough for what we need. Now I need to get this up a little bit so I can actually get the wood underneath. I do have some poles over there. I don't know if I want to use them. I might go get a piece of metal or something that's not going to burn up. It's nice that I'm doing two things at once. I'm cleaning up the yard and cleaning up some copper. Man, look at all these dragonflies. I don't know if this is coming in on camera, but there's like tons of dragonflies. I'm pretty sure dragonflies eat like a bunch of other bugs. They don't bother me. Migrating this way right now, huh? Look at these guys. Huh. Anyway, I'm gonna get this set up. I'm gonna go get that other rotor, and we're gonna have a little copper cook-off, and then I'll let them cook throughout the day. I'm gonna go make another video of something I already started. We got a big scrap out going on. I do want to try to find any other transformers like that I might have laying around here, so I'm gonna spend a couple minutes doing that, and then yeah, we'll be back later this evening when these things are ready to cook. All right, we got this thing packed. So I put them in the cart, and then I packed it all around with kindling and wood, and then underneath I got some bigger logs. So we're gonna go ahead, fire this thing up. I got some cardboard and whatnot. All right, so while that's burning, we're gonna go over here and take a look at this scrap again. I'm gonna pull this out of here tomorrow, but I want to see if I can't redeem myself. Let's do one more over here. This thing's a rager. Huh. I put another pallet right here because the wind's blowing it and kind of oxygenating it. That thing pretty good. Hopefully it'll slow it down a little bit. Crazy how fast all that wood is burning. That wood really dry. Okay, back to what I was doing over here. Then we're gonna let this cook, and I'm gonna go on another video that I've been shooting. I'm doing a massive scrap out. I'm trying to clean up a lot. That's why I'm over here messing with this stuff. This stuff's coming out of here. Okay, we're gonna take out the hollow points and just put some basic range rounds in. We got our eyes and ears. I'm gonna back up a little bit. Woo! Ah! Yeah, 2 hands. And we pretty much got all them rounds on target. A couple bullseyes. Okay. That's a little better. Look at the size difference though. 9mm, 45 ACP. Oh man, I got to bring out the 50 cal one day, and we'll get some size compare. I actually have a cool video I want to do. With multiple calibers. So we'll do that one day when the time is right. Not bad. At least I got them all in a circle. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, all of them in a circle. I was all over the place with that 45, but I was shooting like this, one-handed, and trying to film, so it was kind of awkward. I've never done that before. But you can definitely see the difference of the holes. So, okay. Enough of that. Better get back to work. Now this stuff's going to go to the scrapyard. They're going to be like, what the heck were you doing? We're going to come over here later and pull this stuff out once I get my trailer cleared. And we'll get this stuff up on the trailer. There's some high-end aluminum in there we got to get. So, yeah. Our fire's over there raging. Having a good old time. Okay. Okay. We're gonna get back to some scrapping on another video. You'll see probably tomorrow. And then I'll come out here this afternoon once that fire dies down, and we'll pull some copper. We're back at it. We got the moon out here, and I just heard what sounded like a whole horde of bats or something, or a flock of bats, or what do you call a bunch of bats? I don't know. It was a bunch of screeching. Also, this tree has got a what do you call it? A bird's nest in it, and I seen something like just tearing in it, and I'm like, what the heck is that? Turned out it looked like a squirrel, and then the whole tree was full of squirrels, like a little baby squirrels. So man, we got all kinds of wildlife out here. It's really interesting stuff. But we have our 2 pieces today that we put in the cooker, and this one is just shedding. I think I'm gonna pick this up, and I'm gonna just crack the sides of that with the hammer to see if it falls out. Or maybe I should wait till I get it up over here, so I don't have to pick up that heavy transformer. But it looked like the fire did a good job, because believe it or not, that's still warm. And I hosed this down to blow off all the insulation and crap. That's still warm too. And it's been hours, and I hosed it down too. It got hot, and that's kind of what we wanted. What the heck was that? Huh. I swear I be seeing shadows and stuff out here all the time, man. Probably just imagine it. I should probably stop listening to horror stories and stuff while I'm working. Let me go find my tripod. We had a good day over here. Got through most of these, all the lights actually. Got my little workstation set up by the lake. See a beautiful lake over there. We got a sunset. It's already set pretty much, but got a mess. We'll come back out here tomorrow and finish this up. It's just, it's a lot of tedious work, man. I did not enjoy breaking down these lights. Honestly, I don't even think it was worth it. but they had to come apart. I had to get the drivers out, had to get the ballast out, had to take the lamps out, whatever. You'll see that video because that's actually ongoing. There's more stuff on there. I found some trinkets, some cool stuff, and yeah. Oh, I've seen some birds. I went through the fence over here and I walked up over the hill, and there's actually a canal over there, which I like, because I was worried about, because of what's over there, maybe hogs running straight across, you know, wild hogs. But we got a good barrier, which is good. And it's like a canal. They actually had a big old fish down in there. I don't know what it was, but I know we're gonna have to get an electric one. Okay. While we're here, we might as well pick this up. All right, hoist for the win. Even though it's not electric or a forklift, it is way better than just doing that by hand, for sure. Now I just placed this strap on here just so we're not putting too much pressure on that. That's stainless. I got a little pile of stainless on it. Okay. So this one just had a bunch of stainless really like to know where my screwdriver went. More stainless. I assume that's all the glue. This has those aluminum. Actually, this had a ring. It completely melted off. Shoot, man, we're losing a little bit of aluminum money. I mean, we're talking a couple cents. With that being said, I would like to just hit this with the air chisel, but I don't have a 220. I don't have a big enough compressor to power it. I'm gonna have to get in there with the grinder. Now, being that this side is free, this side, the coil will actually hit this. We're gonna chop this side and send it that way, but we do need to cut this aluminum, which the air chisel would be nice. And the guy did mention in the comments, you know, I've been reading and replying to all the comments, trying to get back into that, that I should cut the ends first before I cook it. Yeah, that does make a lot of sense, because this chunk here would have just stayed together, and then once I cut it or cooked it, it would have just, everything would have just fallen out. So I think it's going to come out pretty easy, but we are going to work it. Now, I did change up a fan. I got the big fan over there that I used to have at the shop, so if it's kind of loud out here, hopefully it's not as loud as that fan I had yesterday, that squirrel fan. I've dropped it a couple times, so the shaft's a little off. Alright, let's see how much copper we get out of this, and then we're going to move on to that 130-pound sealed transformer. I gotta go find my sunglasses. I think I lost them. But we're probably just going to use this big old grinder. I gotta get a let me get set up on this. We'll be right back. Alright, I actually found my muffs, my respirator, still missing my clear glasses. Actually, I'm missing a whole box of stuff that Adam W sent me, but I'll find it. Every day I'm finding something new. So we're going to go ahead and start cutting in on this, see how we do. think just the little bit that's holding it up. Look at that. That's a nice little chunk right there. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Cooking this, definitely the way to go. That's a lot of copper. So I'm gonna go ahead, cut the rest of this. That was pretty simple, coming out real nice like. That's good. That's a decent amount of copper right there. That weight. Now, I feel like a lot of the weight has been cooked out of it. Holy crap. That's going to be nice. We're going to get a more than we got last night for sure. I don't know what I did there. I need to find my gloves. But that ain't going to stop me. I'll go ahead and time lapse this. We're going to get this done. Then we're going to move on to that other transformer. And we're going to get some decent copper in the bucket tonight. All right, man, that is a pretty stout carcass that's left over. But we got a nice little chunk out of there, man. I think probably most of the time with these generators, you get more copper out of the rotor than you do the stator. 49 pounds, so we got 2 pounds on the bucket. 47 pounds at $4 a pound. So that was a quick $188. Not bad. So we add into our little copper pile. Man, that wasn't bad at all. I like those numbers. See, that's why I like these generators, man. They weigh, they pay. You get copper out of the stator, you get copper out of the rotor, and I've never come across one that's aluminum. So we're going to be on the lookout for big boy stators. I got to call my gen people and see what's up. I got to get to Miami, man. I seen one down there. I haven't been back down there to get it. I got to show up there early, so I can get them to let me peel through their piles there. All right, next up, big boy transformer. If we can get it, I might make a slice in that. I was going to tap on it, but I don't want to make a mess right down there on the ground with all this stuff. The other piece melted off in the fire. I have to start putting a pan under this stuff. I know for sure that incinerator was melting, but okay. Let's see what we can get out of this monster. So this was 130 pounds. That thing is loose in there. She's ready to come out. I think I'm gonna make 2 lines. Actually, I think I could just undo that. What? That big 7-inch diamond steel cutter, I think I paid 26 bucks for 2 of them on clearance at Tractor Supply. Definitely worth it, man. One of the best $26 I ever spent. The black cube. Huh. Okay. We're gonna go old school and just hammer and chisel it. There's the edge. So unfortunately, because it was in the case, looks like the fire. Oh, that's still kind of hot. The barbecue, you can say it only cooked the outside. The glue is still somewhat stout. Before we go any further, I can see the coil of the transformer right here. We're making sure it's copper. If it's copper, we'll proceed. If not, it's going in the iron aluminum pile. I see yellow gold. Or red gold. What do you call it? Red gold? Yeah. I see red gold. So it is copper. But oh, wow. That's really hot. You got cooked. Yeah. Well, I don't know if I want to sit here and beat this thing to death. Okay, I've made the executive decision. We're gonna cook that one more time. It's too late for me to start a fire now. The only thing is, that is a D transformer. I feel the best way to combat this is going to be to cook it without the case on it. That case protected a lot of this stuff. So, yeah. I think I'm going to have to round up some more wood. Somewhere on the property, I remember seeing a pile of wood. I'm not sure where it was, but yeah, I'm not going to sit there and beat that, because then I got to cut the coil and I got to push it out, and that's a pretty deep transformer. Now I could put it in a 100-ton press, but it's just going to make my life a lot easier if we're cooking. So that's probably going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. We are getting closer to actually we need to start a 55-gallon drum at this point. I'm running out of 5-gallon buckets. Tomorrow I'll get out here early, cook this off. There's actually a couple barrels I need to go through. I started going through them today, but then I got sidetracked, which is not out of the question for me. But I want to round up all the copper. We need to like do a whole you know, half a day just on finishing those transformers, finishing the ballast. I found the jaw, I got the hydraulic pump, I got ballast over there I recovered from a video you'll see I don't know, tomorrow or the next day. But I think I'm going to get up early and then cook this off, and while I'm cooking that off, I'm going to set this up and start messing with that. I think what I'm going to have to do is drag out one of those compressors, either set it up out here or set it up in there, so I have some 220. The problem is we got the same electrical issue as I have at the other shop. I got 220, a big 60 amp for the welder, or whatever I want to use. But I only got one, so I can fill the compressor up. I can hook them together like I had it in the shop, so that it fills 2 tanks up. Then I can run the plasma cutter for a while, cut these open, do what other plasma cutting I need to do, and condense a bunch of stuff down. So yeah, I think we're gonna come back and do that tomorrow. It's been a long day. I'm dirty. This stuff is making me itchy. I want to take a shower. This is, wow, I can't believe how hot that still is. That stuff is retains its heat. But this stuff here, I learned this years ago. You get that hot, and it basically just crumbles. See that? It's just dirt. But you got to cook the glue out. Problem with being in there, I knew, you know what, it's my fault, because I thought about this before I even brought this over there. I said, you know what, I should cut that case off. But here's the problem with that. See this layer here? That's all glue. I've peeled them off. A lot of times that glue is stuck, and I mean, it's a battle. It ain't easy, man. It's like what I was just doing here. So ain't nothing about that easy. So these, if you get these big ones like this, it might be a double cooker. You know, cook it, free it up, liberate a little bit, send it right back into the barbecue. You know, when I get the incinerator going, that bad boy gets hot. We might only have to cook it one time. I don't know. It was pretty protective, and that is thick. It don't even look like it affected it down there at all. So anyway, I'll see you guys back here in the morning. We got so much scrapping to do, man. It's like it's just never ending. I'm trying to get through all the scrap here at the house and get a big load out of here before I bring anything else back. But yeah, that's what I'm actually going to do. I'm going to spend another day here just scrapping, and then hopefully we get into them bins. There's 3 bins over there I really want to get into. A lot of trinkets in there. There's a little tedious micro scrapping, but I think I can pull $400 or $500 a day easy out of those, you know, just messing with those bins. Between what I did earlier today and the, what I said that was, $180, we probably pulled $400 today, easy. And I can round up some other stuff, man. So that was probably another, I'm curious to see how much copper we get out of this, because there's a lot of sand, you know. And being that I know the weight, they buy those as ballast, basically. I throw them under ballast. They don't buy them as like copper transformers because of all the stuff. And then, you know, you're taking the risk, whether that's copper or aluminum, you know? Anyway, I'm rambling. Y'all have a good evening. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you in the next one. I'll tell you where we're going, right to the scrap yard. Watch it. Look, it's dancing. You ever seen your copper dance before?